Let's see, before I get started talking, before I start talking to myself, I want to make sure everybody can hear me. My voice is gone for some reason. That's loud, I bet. Iced. Well, tomorrow's election day. And Pulaski Talks will have live results tracker on our website running as soon as the polls close at 7 p.m. So get your websites ready. I'm going to pull it up here. You should see it in the window there. Let me say that again. Tomorrow's election day. What's that mean? We're going to have an election. We're going to be electing our officials for the districts and the Senate and within the county seat, the county offices. And Pulaski Talks will have our live results tracker running as soon as the polls close at 7 p.m. We'll be posting unofficial county results, primary results as they are reported by the Pulaski County Clerk, Daryl Todd Marina, and the Missouri Secretary of State. The page updates automatically, so you can leave it open all day long and watch the numbers change as precincts are recounted. There's also a refresh button for those of you who like to click things repeatedly while pretending it makes the government move faster. Remember, these results are unofficial until they are certified. And of course, we are run by cats here. I just talk in front of the mic. You'll find the tracker at PulaskiTalks.com. Easy to find. It'll be on the homepage. You should see something announced already. There's not a link to it yet on our homepage, but there will be tomorrow morning. And we'll have all kinds of fun. If you want to join us live, we'll have some analysis. We'll talk through some issues. Throw popcorn across the internet at each other, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to do. I can bring on board about 11 of you live. I'm not going to have a phone line open, but if you're interested in doing something like that, send us a note. But regardless, we'll publish only what we can verify, nothing we cannot, and we'll keep watching the numbers until the final precinct reports. So I hope you'll join us tomorrow night for Pulaski County election results without the campaign spin. Maybe a little victory laps of any sort, or unbiased, or premature political obituaries. So with that, we want to thank everybody, and we're going to tune in, see how many of you are watching real quick, and stay online for a little bit. Sorry you got to look at my big old head, but that's the only way I can get it to work right. Oh, got 2 viewers. That's epic. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, you can see it on the screen there. I'm going to make it fill the screen a little bit better. Should have been something on Facebook already. I have a workflow set up that automatically, once I publish the article or publish a post about it. I think it's like the first ever tracker we've ever tried. Well, we haven't been around for too many elections, so. Hey, what's up, Mr. West? Beard's looking good. Thank you, sir. You should see my legs. Or have you? You want to join me, Jesse? I'll stay online for a few minutes. Get your mug on the camera. Like I said, for those joining us, tomorrow is election day. And it's a big thing. Let me go through my spiel again. I practiced it and rehearsed it. For those that don't know, tomorrow's election day, and Pulaski Talks will have our live results tracker up tomorrow, as you see on the screen, running as soon as the polls close at 7 p.m. That doesn't mean there might not be some hijinks and some shenanigans out through the day. Remember, we were run by cats. But the results tracker will be running as soon as the polls close at 7 p.m. With that said, waiting for my tracker to catch up with me. We'll be posting unofficial county results throughout the day as we get them. Rumors, speculation, maybe. But only as they're reported by David Ernst's crew down at the Pulaski County Clerk, Daryl Todd Marina's page, and the Missouri Secretary of State's page. The page updates automatically, so what you'll see is what you get. So you can leave it open and watch it throughout the day. Watch the numbers change as the precincts are counted. There's also a refresh button for those of you like me, like to make things click, thinking they'll make things go faster. and repeatedly while pretending it makes things go faster like the government. Just pick, 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 pick. But remember, these results are unofficial. We have no say-so in the matter. We're just reporting what we can find. You'll find the tracker at PulaskiTalks.com. It's open to everybody. We didn't put it behind the membership wall or nothing like that. We'll publish what we can verify, and only what we can verify. And we'll keep watching the numbers until the final precinct reports. Join us tomorrow night, Pulaski Talks, for the Pulaski County election results without the campaign spin, victory laps, or premature political obituaries, even though we may wish for the demise, and I think some of us are ready this to be over. But remember, this is just part 1 of 2. Anybody else out there want to chime? Let's go to Amendment 4. What is that? Oh, that'd be awesome. We can do it virtual too. I haven't had the studio together in a while, so I've been doing it virtual. I can bring up to 11 people virtually around the screen, and we can have like a panel discussions and stuff like that. And I was actually setting up a debate. Let me see if I can find the graphic. I mean, I was making some serious progress. See if I can figure out how to open this up. Give me a second. I was pretty proud of this. Nothing. Browse. Give me a source. Anyway, I was speaking with one of the personnel on Bill Hardwick's staff at the town hall or the Republican committee meeting thing in Bob, and I told them I was interested in hosting a debate. I don't know what happened there, but you see, oh, look at my face. Ain't she pretty? But that's actually what you're seeing there is the format I had set up. And give me a second to that screen capture. I kind of got on a break here. But anyway, you see there, I was going to have each of the candidates be in these windows here. And you can see their names there. For those that are looking on their phones, I'm sorry. I can't make it any bigger. I know, jokes. But for the Senate District 16, I was going to bring them online. I had a producer lined up, better known as the boss around this place, but was control who could speak, who couldn't. And obviously my camera is really enjoying this. It says the hash cam. Let's see if I can shrink that down so it doesn't. Oh, there I am. Oh, that looks so good right there. Anyway, you can imagine how it would look if I was Bill Hardwick sitting there in the little square with his face all happy and smiley, and same with the other candidates for Senate District 16. And I was going to have a debate, but obviously it kind of fell through. Miguel, thank you, sir. You haven't received a single mailer. I got this today. I don't know if you can read it. It's too close. It's another bill attack. He's I don't know what he's doing this time. Supporting the pedophiles into getting elected office or something like that. I don't know. There's one attacking Bill Hardwick, and we know who's doing that by the PAC, and that is our friend down in, I don't know where she's from. The one attacking Bill Hardwick. What's he doing now? Picked team felon, shady Bill Hardwick. And I actually commented on her page on a personal note, and I said, this is sure, it's kind of hilarious when all these candidates go out there and say, I'm a Christian candidate. I am a Christian. I have Christian values, Christian this and Christian that and Christian that. And an election comes along, and guess what? The Christian robe of excellence comes off and gets taken off. and they start attacking each other like it was the Roman times and heathen times or whatever. I called her out on that. I said, I don't care who you are. You either disclaim the flyers that have been passed around, or you own them. They're your party. And I haven't seen one flyer from the Democratic side, Democrats. I've only got them for the Senate district. Nothing from the House candidates or their campaigns. So that speaks well. That's what I kind of think. But I thought it was. Hey, Glenn, how are you, sir? Well, the mail made some. I can't remember. I was talking with I had a worker of Don Mayhew come by today, and of course he wanted to drop off a flyer, and I introduced myself, and then I introduced us as Pulaski Talks, and that kind of surprised him, and he's kind of taken aback how boisterous I was about some of the issues I see going on in the election with Don Mayhew's campaign and with the other political candidates. And one of them, I asked him bluntly, I said, why won't Don Mayhew answer the simple question? Who won the 2020 election? Simple question. I can't believe how hard it is for these candidates to answer that question. I asked Keith Pritchard at the Republican committee thingamabob. Nothing. I asked Bill Hardwick, and he was on. He gave me the standard Republican spiel the last time we were in the office, and the employee from Don Mayhew's campaign asked me why it was important. I said, "Why isn't it important?" I was kind of dumbfounded by that. Why is it important that they answer that question? Well, this is just me and the cats talking about personal. What's the word I'm looking for? Jump in here if you want to jump in. Intestinal fortitude. Even though what you see above you and around you is going on is wrong, it doesn't mean you have to do it and follow the same pattern. And rather than answering with the truth, that they all know the truth, they know the election was won by Biden, that's all you need to say. And rather than giving us some spiel about what's going on around the world, it really doesn't matter. That actually makes me think it really does matter even more. And same with the January 6th events on January 6th. Call it a peaceful protest. And come on. You can do better than that. Call it like it is. Yeah, but they won't do it. Rather than going against their hires or their masters, no, I shouldn't say that, but that's what I kind of went after, our good congressman. I was so fed up. That was in my personal status, of course, and I wasn't attacking just Republicans, but they're the only ones that denied the election of 2020. I'm sorry. So they're going to get a little piece of my mind. And so that we went on and on about that a little bit. Don Mayhew's campaign worker and stuff like that. Had a great discussion. We was informal on the porch talking to two grown men, and had a nice discussion. But the bottom line is, the answer could not be given to me as to why Don office will not answer that question. And I explained to them why that was important to me and why I thought it was important that any candidate for office could say the truth, regardless of what their bosses up in Washington, D.C. or their party leaders say. I don't understand why you'd want to be affiliated with any party that would make you say or spin lies and untruths. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, and I just said, oh, no kidding. Don't tease me, Jesse. Don't tease me. And I just seen from our beloved senators, Hardwick, Howley, and Schmidt, both support Amendment 4 and 5. So that's not me. That's their Facebook pages. But that should tell you a lot. The amount of money rolling in, all that money. And I was talking with somebody, maybe it was in one of the articles we wrote, about how much. I was talking with the Don Mayhew person this morning. How much of the money coming into this election is from out of state? Almost all of it. Almost all of it. And that tells you people out of state do not have Missouri population, residents, voters, best wishes at heart. You can't convince me of it. They got their wishes, how to make a bigger nickel. Don Mayhew said he'd voted against it. I think it was Amendment 4. Yes, I believe he finally did, but he still took the money. I didn't get an answer on whether he gave it back. You'll see it in other articles we published about and stuff like that. Glenn, anytime you want to come on, well, you're going to be really pushing the envelope. You have to come on right now. I can make it happen if you want to chit-chat. And everybody can talk and ask questions, but I didn't announce this. This is kind of on the fly. But I felt like I wanted to get that watching the thing I've been working on all day out so everybody can see it. Windows capture. Give me a second. There we go. Again, for those that just joining us, home or abroad, we get a lot of attention out of state. We get a lot of listeners. I had over 100,000 views last month on Facebook on Facebook alone. But anyway, here's the Pulaski County primary tracker. It's going to be rolling tomorrow. You won't see anything until the polls close at 7 p.m. But as the numbers come in, we'll manually add them or automatically populate them. Hopefully by the time I can polls close at 7, I can actually have it automatically pulled from the state. I know I'll have to manually pull the county numbers and populate it in here. But once that's in, you'll see this automatically populate with the candidates' names and such like that. So the amount of money that we spent, I bet over $1 million at least. Man, I just, those flyers and the TV ads attacking Josh Hawley, shit, Bill Hardwick. It's just stupid. They're so stupid. That's what they are. They're stupid. They make no sense. You know, Bill Hardwick's a great guy, and I have some serious disagreement on some of his politics. But to say, what did he say here? Pick the felon. Shady Hardwick voted against the governor Kehoe's ban on taxpayer-funded sex changes. I think you'll learn something different if you go into and look at that vote and what the issues were at hand. Shady Bill Hardwick. I called her out on it on her page. Mighty Christian of her. Better deny what's being said because right now it's being attributed to her. Liberal Bill Hardwick's bad crop. Oh my goodness. Opposes President Trump's education agenda. Well, I'd like her to tell me what that agenda is. Really. Because you got the WWE executive running the show up there and they're destroying everything as far as I'm concerned. Voted with liberals against a bill that increased protections for homeschoolers, raised teacher pay, and gave more money for rural schools. Yeah, you better read behind the facts there. Read some facts, read some details about those things he so-called voted against. On education, sides with radical liberal unions that spent millions trying to elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Wow. Got him pictured with a pitchfork. Special interest, anti-Trump, radical unions, planting bad seeds. Well, I mean, they got some serious AI skills, though. I'll give them that. It's just stupid. And they think that brings credibility to their campaign. But remember, that money is not from Missouri money that's spreading most of these things. And what it says there, the candidate is not responsible for what's being said, yada, yada, yada. But you know what's funny? Paid for by AFC Victory Fund. I can't remember which one that is. AFC Victory Fund. But if the candidate doesn't deny it, like Keith Pritchard did, he had a table full of them that was attributed to his politics or whatever. You got to own it. I mean, until you say something. But the bad thing is, how can you defend yourself against just the onslaught of millions and millions of dollars and millions of dollars of attack ads that aren't true? And I'm not siding with Bill Hardwick. The same goes with Don Mayhew. Don's got a couple attacks headed his way. Who else had an attack ad? I can't even remember the candidates for Senate. We got Don Mayhew, Hannah, Bill Hardwick. Come on, help me out there. Who's the others? I've written their names down so many times. I've got them all over my computer that I can't even find it anymore. The computer's hard drive's filling up with repeated copies of what I download from the Secretary of State's office. Give me a second. Oh, it should be on that thing right there. I've got a 49-inch monitor and a 34-inch monitor, and I still can't find anything on my screen. So I'm going like this. Come on, Photoshop. Make it sing. We got an ice maker for home. Gives you those little ice. If you'd like to join me right now, Brandon Cheadle, Sarah Eubanks, whoever's away from can join us. Philip Lohman, that's him. Hannah Kelly, Don Mayhew. Oh, I gotta give a credit, shout out. Philip Lohman, and if you watched the interview I had with him, answered the question regarding the 2020 election. He answered the question and said Joe Biden won the election. Now, that may not be significant to some of you, but for me, that's some serious cojones. You know, punching above his weight, going against the grain, telling the truth where the truth is. Well, Bill, Don, and Hannah, they won't even touch that with a 10-foot pole. Who we got? Our Star Wolf. Oh, thank you, sir. Virginia, Philip, thank you, sir, Star Wolf King. Appreciate it. I'm telling you, I've got these documents spread all over my hard drive. I've got more apps running, Streamlabs and everything else. If anybody wants to join me on camera, I'm going to be around before I start I think I'm going to walk at 9 o'clock down the treadmill, or what we commonly refer to as a coat hanger. My coat hanger. Glenn, how do you feel about your campaign? If you're still with me, Glenn. Glenn Askland's run for county clerk against young. I can't remember his name. I haven't had time to dig into those. And the lady that works down there already, super nice lady. But anyway, Glenn and I haven't had a way to connect and have him come on the show, and you can learn a little bit about him. But David Ernst, oh, awesome, Glenn, glad to hear it. David Ernst, current county clerk's retiring. That's a busy office. That is the chief financial officer for the county. I think his roles as the financial officer versus the county treasurer, not treasurer, yeah, treasurer? Yeah, treasurer. Dustin the Melody. There you go, Melody. Melody's last name is, don't tell me, yes, please do. Same last name as the guy that did my shower. For freak's sake. Anyway, got plenty of candidates for that, and I wish them all well, Glenn. I wish you the best as well. I don't think we have any other offices in the county being contested other than the league commissioner. What's it called? Jean Newkirk's. Well done. I got you. No, that's not her name. I can't remember. But anyway, what's it? Gene Newkirk's position. He's running for re-election, and Goodyear is running to take a seat. Jack's rubbing at my knee, and so that's a competitive angle right there for those. But I appreciate everybody turning in. Like I said, I am going to start brainstorming about setting up a panel. Goodrich. Wow, it was Goodyear. I was so close. So close. Goodrich, come in. Now this fella been hard at work. This is Jack, everybody. So, hey, Jack. And he's been hard at work, typing his little paws off, getting ready for the election tomorrow. And he's a good cat. I don't know where Zoe is. She'll come in and announce herself in a little bit. You wonder why we get a lot of work done. You got something to say? No? You're also a chatty Cathy when you're going around in the house. So this is what makes it all worthwhile, isn't it? He likes nuzzles on the head. This is Jack. Hello, Jack. And presiding commissioner, thank you, Glenn. This is Jack. So you'll see on every one of the articles that I published, these two are the authors. I just checked the spelling with spell check. So with that, I think I'm going to drop off the net. And if you do feel like joining me tomorrow live during the election, I'll be available throughout the day a little bit. Drop me a note on Facebook, on Facebook Messenger, and let me know you'd like to come on live with the camera, microphone for everybody to see. We'll talk about what's going on. I can bring about 10 to 11 people on at the same time. We have a roundabout discussion. Lively bunch. Throw popcorn and insults at each other if you want. I don't care. I can't be hurt by that kind of stuff. We can have a lot of fun while we wait for the election results and after we get back from community center. Where's the election places around the county? Same as usual. I haven't even checked. I'm assuming it's the St. Robert Community Center for me. Anybody else? Jack was asking. See you, Jesse. Awesome. Thanks, buddy. Anyway, go to the county clerk's website and look for the Secretary of State's website for election information if you need to know where to cast your ballot, if you haven't done so already. And make sure to take your right to vote seriously and vote what's best or what works for you in your heart, whatever works for you. And with that, keep an eye out on the webpage for the link, and we'll send out a note when the tracker poll tracker, what I call it, primary results tracker goes online. And, oh, you got Klaus. You want to get comfy, you want to get comfy now. And so with that, see you, everybody. And hey, thanks for chiming in at this last